my beautiful friends. How are you today? It's Friday and I'm out of work. We just got back from Home Depot to get our paint. The floor is being laid in our bathroom right now, so we can't use the downstairs bathroom for anything at all. So everyone's going to be using the other two bathrooms to go to the bathroom and everything. But it's so worth it. So it looks like he'll be able to grout the floor on Monday. And then we're waiting on a couple more tiles for our shower because we miscalculated when we were doing the accent tiles. So we needed a couple more sheets of that, and it's getting there. It's really getting there. So we wanted to get our paint today because we have our new door and we're gonna get the trim and we're gonna paint all that. I've been so ridiculously busy every day, and I managed to squeeze a couple videos in this week, but it's just been chaotic with with the bathroom being so close to being done. We have things that we need to take care of and do ourselves too. So if I forgot to reply to somebody or went back on something I said, I am so sorry. Please understand that I don't do it intentionally. I actually got myself a new planner because my regular planner is for work and home, and I needed one specifically for this. So because people reach out and I want to make sure that I'm getting back to people, and of course I wish I would have had it at the beginning of the year, but I have it now. So today we are going to do something a little bit different. Let me grab real quick behind me. First, we're going to be opening a little gift from a friend, and I'm really excited. So Florence sent me a little gift, and we did like a swapsies. So we both were interested in each other's sources that we get SilverSilk from. So I was sending her some of mine that I ordered, and she was sending me some of hers that she ordered, and we decided to do like a little Tradsies. So I'm gonna open what she sent me so you guys can see. And of course, Florence, if anybody has any questions on where you got your SilverSilk, please leave us a little comment and let us know in case anybody else that's out there is interested in it. So we're going to be making a bracelet like this today. This was my practice one, and I did wear it on a video not that long ago, and I talked about it briefly, but we're going to do one of these today. And I'm going to go ahead and open Florence's little gift first. I pulled everything out of the envelope so we can go through it, and then we'll get right to making one of these really cute wire wrap bangle bracelets. Okay? All right, everybody, thank you. I'll be right back. Hi, everyone. I'm back, and I just wanted to tell you that we're ready to open my friend mail from Florence. She's such a great friend. Met her through the beading community, and we see each other from time to time on Sam's live sales, so it's fantastic. Florence, you are an amazing woman. Thank you so much. So she sent this little card, and first of all, I have to say I love that you have special little personalized stationery, and I too would like to now get some personalized stationery. And she writes, Jody, I hope you like the silk and the little extras I threw in. Thank you for sharing your love of the Lord and to beading. And she signed it, Florence. So thank you so much, my dear. You are so sweet. And let me show you all the goodies that she sent me. So I'll tell you, so we kind of talked on Facebook Messenger, and we talked about SilverSilk. And I wanted to get some of hers, she wanted some of mine. So we kind of wanted to do a little trade so that we can both get different SilverSilk from whoever we get it from. So here is one bunch, and these colors are so pretty. Honestly, these colors look perfect together, and I just want to put these all together like this. They're beautiful. And then she has some that are wrapped on this spool here, and as you can see, there are patterns, gorgeous patterns. Look at this. It looks like watercolors. I mean, just beautiful. There's even like this cute little plaid. Like, how fun is that? So she made sure that she sent me some from where she gets it from, and I sent her some of where I get mine from. And then it looks like she curated some little things for me, which I am like super thrilled about. So let me just get this little tray out here. So in this one bag here, we have, it's azurite faceted rondelle 2x3s, and these are divine, so beautiful. And then she gave me some apatite. Oh, these are beautiful, these little coin beads, and they're faceted. Look at those. And look at how pretty those look together. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is going to make a choker. That's what I'm gonna do with this. This is gonna be a choker for me. I am going to string that up onto some beading wire and make myself a cute little choker. So I'm gonna put these back together since she did such a lovely job curating them, and I'm gonna put this in my future project spot, so that way I don't lose sight of it, because my room is a hot mess right now because I'm storing bathroom stuff in here as well as my stuff. So put that one aside. And okay, so let's do this pendant next. So then we have this beautiful flower pendant, which is drilled up here at the top. Just gorgeous. Look at that. The detail on that is just beautiful. That is gorgeous. Thank you so much. And then there's one more cute little bag here. And again, curating things. Like, I love it. I don't even know what to say. This is like so amazing. So we have dotted red agate. This is so pretty. Look at these, how different each one of these pieces are. Like, just beautiful. So we have that, and then we have this really pretty focal, and it's like faceted, but it's faceted only like the long ways like this. Really pretty. I love that shape. And then a bunch of these cute little spacers, these little copper spacers. Look at how cute this all looks together. Tell me that's not perfect. Girl, you should do stuff with color. Like, you, oh my gosh, so amazing. Thank you so much, Florence. I will put all this to good work, and this is going in a future project bin too. So I have plenty of future projects. Thank you again, Florence. I hope you liked all my goodies I sent you too. I really enjoyed this. This is really nice. Thank you. Tradsies is fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, everyone, I will turn this around and we will get working on our project. Okay, well, this is disappointing. I was going and going and going and talking and talking and talking and telling you guys about everything and walking you through an entire step of a process, and only to find out I wasn't recording. So I am not going to undo this. Instead, I am going to make another one, and and that way I can show you guys the process, because I am highly disappointed right now in myself. All right, so actually, you know what? No, I will undo it. You know why? Because what's the sense? I'm doing the same thing. So I'll be right back. I'm going to undo this real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so while I'm finishing undoing this, let me talk to you about some of the things that we have. So with this, you are going to need some memory wire. You are going to need, I'll show you how much, and I do have to redo it because I cut some stuff off, so it's okay, it's all good. I would like to do just a hair over a full circle, okay? So this is probably about 1/4 of an inch over, and so we're going to cut that off, and you can use any color memory wire you want. I'm using silver. All right, and then I have just an assortment of beads from my stash. I honestly don't know where I got most of these. Like, I don't know where I got these or these, because these came from Wendy. My spacers, these little shaped spacers, and these little silver spacers came from, actually the little silver spacers, I don't know where they came from, but the little flowers and dragonflies came from Beadbox Bargains. And then so did these blue beads, and then these little seed beads were just on a strand from Michael's. So we have that, and then you need some of this SilverSilk More. This is the, oh my goodness, I just forgot what it was called. I cannot believe I just forgot what it was called. Anyway, I'll think of it in a second and I'll be able to tell you. So this, it's a little tube, okay? And it has the SilverSilk signature or SilverSilk weaving over top of it. And you can put your beading wire through it to use it instead of use a chain or whatever. It's 2 millimeters, so you can bead onto it if you have some larger hole beads. What I'm doing with it is I am putting it over my memory wire because it just ends up looking really cool. So if you remember, this is what it ended up looking like. I have memory wire in there. So I'm just gonna kind of like rough measure it by just bringing it around my memory wire like so. And then we're gonna cut this off. We're gonna eventually, want it shorter than our memory wire because we're gonna do the little closures on the ends. So I also think that you're definitely gonna want these little end caps for this. This is a capture chain. What is this? Oh my gosh, you guys, I had it in my head when I did the first one, and now, sometimes it just escapes you. Anyway, these are the cord ends for it, and they have a little hole here. You can glue them on. We won't need to glue them on because they're going on the ends. We're doing a little loop on the end. You're gonna want a little scrap of chain, just so you can do it like this. Makes a little chain bangle. And you're gonna want a closure of some sort. Lobster clasp is what I'm using, and some jump rings as well. All right, so I'm gonna move these aside so I don't get too distracted by the beautifulness. And then you take your memory wire and you just feed it through. Now, most of the time it just goes through, in the beginning especially, pretty quickly, pretty easily, but I can tell you it can be a little fiddly. And what you're gonna wanna do is like twist it while you're sliding it on. You're just gonna twist this cord. I am so mad that I can't remember what that's called right now. It will come to me though before the end of this, and I will let you know. I'll give you a link to where you can purchase these items because they are fantastic. And I sure hope Neely isn't watching right now because he would be like, really? You don't know what it's called and you bought like a ton of it, Jody. I do know what it's called. I don't know. It's my 50-year-old brain. It's not functioning properly. And even though it was a short week at work, it was unbelievably busy. We are full force into our busy season, you guys, and shorthanded again, but you know what? It is what it is. And we will get through it because we have a really great team. And just keep twisting. So it's not the cord that it's getting caught up on, right? It's because this is a curved piece that we're putting through. So yeah, it just kind of gets like caught up in there. All right, so now you're gonna wanna leave a little bit of room here at the end to make your loop. So this is probably about 1/4 of an inch is what I'm leaving. And you're gonna slide your little end cap right over top of that memory wire and right onto your cord, okay? And now you can glue it down. You don't need to for this bracelet in particular because of the loop that we are making. So I'm just gonna make a small loop. And you can make your loops inward, you can make them outward. I always make mine out. I don't know why I do, I just do. Okay, and then we're gonna feel around so we can feel where the other end to our memory wire is, and it's right here. Doesn't bend anymore. And then if you just use your regular cutters real carefully, you can cut and then turn and then cut. And yes, it would be easier if you measured exactly, but you guys know that when I try to get as close as I can, I always end up making myself short, and just went through the memory wire. You know what? It's okay. We have chain. All right. I must have been really close to the end and not realizing it because it just clipped right off. All right. So there's that part. And then I'm just going to, and it didn't like really feel like it was going through the memory wire. So I must have just hit the end because I didn't see any metal flying. All right. So there we go. Now we have that part. So now we can feed on our other end. Oh, first, let's do this thing. There we go. If it's slid down, you can just grab a hold of this with your pliers and pull, and then it'll go right back up. And then once you get both sides on, you don't have to worry about it moving. It's not going anywhere, no matter what you do. All right. Get both sides on, nice and secure. Make sure it's all the way down so you don't end up with some weird little gap. And I'm just kind of twisting and pushing just to make sure it's all the way down. And then I'm just doing the same thing over here. Whoop, goodness. Just making my little loop. All right. Just making sure it's all the way. There we go. All right, so there. Now we have our piece. So let me just grab our example and I want to show you. So what I ended up doing is I took my wire and I used 24 gauge wire, just your basic 24 gauge wire, whatever color you desire. I'm doing silver, so that's what we're using. And you wrap it down here really nice and tight, and then you bead a bunch of beads on it, okay? And then you bring it around and you just twist it all the way around this bracelet until you get to the end, and then you wire wrap it, and then you grab another piece. You can use the same piece continuously if you cut a long enough piece. You guys, it's just a lot to bead onto, so I'd rather do it in 2 sections. And then you wrap the other one, and then you go back the opposite direction, and you end up with a pattern like this. So in case you've never done it before, this is what you end up with. And yes, you're gonna have some wire peeking through, and that's okay. That's why I pick a color that matches my findings and everything else I have. All right, so to start, and now I don't even know if this is right, you guys, because that first one I made was a test, okay? And I didn't measure anything out. I didn't even know if it was gonna turn out. But I'm just gonna tell you how much I cut off to begin with, and this will give us an idea how much we really will need at the end. So I cut off 32 inches of, excuse me, I'm sorry, 24 gauge wire. So this can be a fiddly process as well, but once you get the beads on, it pretty much goes, it goes pretty seamless. So I'm gonna start here as close to this finding as I can get, and I'm just going to kind of bend my wire straight down. So it's like this, okay? Oh, that's too much wire. Right about here. You only really want to do as much as you plan on wrapping. I'm just gonna start at the top, and we're just going to wrap. And you can always trim off what you don't need to, which I probably will. Those are William's t-shirts for his job interview. And sorry, there's a random conversation. William has a in-person interview at Stryker on Wednesday. He's interviewing with 5 people, and he has dress shirts, but he needed some undershirts. So I ordered some from Amazon, and Shane just brought him in here, and he's like, what is this for? So I had to explain to him what they were for. So you guys, please keep William in your thoughts and prayers, and that he gets this job. This is really, it's a really good job. And Stryker doesn't hire in very often. They usually go through a temp agency, and they keep temporary people, and then they pick from those. But he knows somebody on the inside. That sounds like prison. He knows somebody that works there. So he got the opportunity to interview. He had his phone interview last week, and now he has to interview with 5 people Wednesday. So think about him, you guys, while you're Yeah, just think about them. All right, so now we're just gonna dump out some beads. And I don't have any plan for what I'm doing here, you guys. We're just gonna wing it, okay? I just wanna grab some of everything. Just some pretty colors. I can tell you one thing, starting at the end with a small bead is a lot easier, I can tell you that much. All right, just gathering some of everything here. Let's grab a couple of these little, I don't know how well these little spacers will work in here, but we're going to figure it out along the way. I think they're so cute, and I think it'd be so nice to have these cute little spacers in here. Especially these little dragonflies are super adorable. All right. Okay, so now that we have that on there and it's secure and we trimmed off any little sharp edge that we would have and squished down anything that we needed to, we can go ahead and start beading onto this wire. And we're going to bead a lot, okay? We're just gonna start beading and beading until we can't bead anymore. I'm not doing this in any kind of pattern at all. I am just putting them on. I wanted some blues on here. I wanted some white on here. I wanted some sparkle. And we're just going for it. Whatever it is, it's gonna be what it is. And when you get it all wrapped up, it looks amazing. It ends up looking really, really cute. Let's put on one of these little flowers. Actually, let's put on a dragonfly. That little dragonfly's got something funky going on. Hold on one second. It's like when the mold, when they made it. I don't like that. Let me turn that off there. All right, there we go. And then just keep on beading. Just bead away. Now, because I have these beads all from my own stash, this just goes to show you that this is something that you can do with everything that you have in your stash. And the other thing too is if you don't have SilverSilk, it's okay. And you want to still wrap something around your memory wire, you can use sari silk, you can use ribbon. There's so many different options and you can secure them in many ways. Some of it you just have to kind of play around with, but it definitely is something that can be done with all kinds of things. But do I recommend getting your hands on some SilverSilk? I absolutely do recommend it. And as you can see, I'm just throwing on whatever comes my way is going on here. Oh, let's see. Let's do a flower. These blue pearls. All right, once we get this one on, let's kind of move these down and see where we're at. All right, so we do need to do more because when you start wrapping it around, you're taking up more space. So let's just keep going here. This is also a good way that if you wanted to do a good bead suit project this would be a fantastic way to go through some bead soup. Find all your colors that you like together and just beat it up. Because honestly, like stuff that you have onesies, twosies of, it makes such a cool statement when you put them all together. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause just for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So while I was off, I grabbed my phone off the little holder real quick and I looked it up. It's called pipe chain. And I knew that's what it was called, but I couldn't remember it. So it's called pipe chain, which makes sense because it's like a pipe and you're putting little, you can put whatever you want to put in it. But I do definitely recommend it. It's really fun to work with and it's super easy to work with, and just get your little findings that go with it, and it works great. All right, let's see where we're at. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this just to see where we are. And now how you wrap it is totally up to you. If you want to go towards the front of it or the back of it. Hold on one second, let me grab the door. Come on in, Marms. Come on in, old man. All right, the old boy wanted to come in. Hey, buddy. All right, he wants to see what Mom's doing. All right, so I'm gonna just bend this wire a little bit right here, just so I can do this. All right, and now you wanna make sure your beads are tight on here. And you can honestly do as many wraps around this as you want. You can do them with a big space in between. You can do them right next to each other. It's all gonna be up to you and how much wire you're using and how many beads you're wanting to use. It's totally up to you. Hey, Marmalade. What you doing, buddy? Okay, see? So all that we just put on here, it only went about halfway for me because this is about how far apart I want mine to be, okay? So, and as you can see, it's pretty so far, but it's gonna be even prettier when we do another wrap around. So let's go ahead and add more. And let's do another one of these little beads, a dragonfly. And now he wants out. Hold on just a minute, Marmalade. I'll let you out in just a second. All right. And let's put another little bead on here. Let's do another one of these. Do this one. Let's do this one. And this one. This little tiny blue one. So tomorrow we are going to be in Toledo. We are going to the zoo, just my husband and I. The boys are off this weekend for Jacob's bachelor party. They're going up to the cabin for the weekend. It's Devon's parents' cabin. Her parents have a cabin in South Haven area. I said Charlevoix before, but I don't know why I did, because it's not accurate. Okay, go ahead, Marms. Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. So if you heard the one where I said Charlevoix, I don't know why I said Charlevoix, but no, it's it's South Haven. So it's right there near some water. So they're gonna do some fishing and just boy hangout stuff, you know. So I'm really happy for them, and it gives Shane and I a little break this weekend. But Shane's gonna go over for a little while on Sunday because Jacob would like him to be there for some of it. He would have liked him to be there for all of it, but he told him last minute, and he already bought tickets to the zoo. So And plus he said he didn't want to hang out all weekend there with them. He wants him just to be able to cut loose with his friends and his brothers. So he's going to go over for a little while on Sunday to hang out with all the boys, and I think that'll be really nice for him. And then that'll give me an opportunity to have the house to myself to do some of the things that I need to do around here. And that way I don't feel like I'm, getting in anybody's way, or I can play my music and I'm not bothering anybody who's trying to watch TV or whatever. So, yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, so we're leaving tomorrow morning about 10. So I figure I won't get a lot accomplished tomorrow. I probably won't even do a video tomorrow. But I am so looking forward to going to the zoo. I haven't been to the zoo it's been a couple years. Well, we went to the zoo in Chicago about a year before we got married, and that was a really nice zoo. I really enjoyed that. It was really fun, and it was great. It was a great zoo. And so we did that. But other than that, I haven't been to a zoo since then. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love the primates. They are like some of my favorites to see at the zoo. And of course, I love to see the giraffes. And I mean, I love all animals, so I like to see them all. Okay, this looks like we just need a couple more beads, probably maybe another big bead and then a couple little tiny beads. So let's do one of these big ones. There we go. And then let's do, let's do another pearl. It's not a real pearl, it's a glass pearl. And then just a couple of these little spacer beads, these little seed beads. All right, so now we're at the end, and you can adjust this once you get it all wrapped on too. Like, you can go back and play with it. So I'll show you in a minute. We'll get this wrapped on, and we're just going to wrap, wrap, wrap. Okay. There we go. All right, so now that's wrapped on. Let's go ahead and cut this off. So we have a little bit of the wire left over. So we have probably about 10 inches of the wire. So I didn't need as much as I thought I needed, but this is a good piece of wire to have. So we're gonna hang on to that. I'm just gonna roll it up nice like this and set it aside because we'll use it in a future project. And then I just want to look at this and make sure that I have everything squished down that needs to be squished down. All right, so now you could either leave it like that with one layer, or you could go extra and do another layer of beads. And as you can see, I have a spot here where there's some wire showing. That's okay, because when we wrap over it, we will probably cover that up and it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and grab some more beads because we're gonna need them. Just mix all these little ones together. They're fine together. Grab some more of these pearls. And then, looks like we definitely need more of these. Use all those up. Dump some more of these out. Use all those. Get some more of these little silver spacers and everything. A couple of the flowers. We need a couple of those flowers. I only have 2 of those little flowers left, so let's use them up. Just grabbing out all those other little spacers there. Okay. Then let's get some more of these. And that should be good for now. All right, so here we are. And now we're gonna want some more wire. So let me grab my wire. And I'm just gonna grab until I feel comfortable here. And If I end up with extra, I will use it. Don't you worry your pretty little head. All right. So there we go. And then we're just going to wrap again. So, but we're going to start with the end that we ended with, because we're going to try to make sure that we're covering some of this other stuff up, okay? So don't need to go as far, as much of the wrap, but we just need to hang on to it like we did before and just wrap. Whoop, hang on to it and just wrap over it. And my wraps aren't absolutely the neatest, but it's okay because I think it adds to kind of the whimsy of this bracelet. And yes, that's what I said. I think it adds to the whimsy of this bracelet. I mean, if you notice on this, I don't have the most perfect wraps. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that. Just squish that down a little bit though, because that's, there we go. All right. So now let's grab a bead, and we're gonna go in with a little bit bigger of one here. Well, let's do a silver and then the bigger one. And just start beading again, okay? Just start beading. And I am kind of looking at, basically, I'm trying to see what spacers I used, because I don't want to grab the flower right away if I can help it. Like, I'd want to make sure if I'm going to grab one of those that I am grabbing the little dragonfly first, because that way they're not two flowers beside each other. I know that doesn't really matter, but you would think that I wouldn't be so picky about that, since I'm not picky about the other stuff, right? But I don't know, for some reason I am. Actually, let's do one of these little seed beads and a dragonfly and another seed bead. Okay, then these small blue ones. Oh, I'm trying to put it through a non-hole. Okay, there we go. These really pretty metallic fire washed. What am I even talking about? Fire polished. You guys, if I don't make you laugh at least one time in my video, then I am not doing it right. Fire washed, because that makes sense, right? Okay. I've never ever claimed to be a professional at anything that I do. I am so looking forward to tomorrow. I told my husband that when I got done here, we'd watch a movie. So it's nice when it's Friday and you don't have to go to bed so super early and get up really, really early like I do. and I can just kind of go to bed when I feel like it and sleep in a little bit. We want to leave by like 10 in the morning because Toledo's about 2 hours away. So we do want to leave a little bit early so we can get down there at a decent time. And then he showed me there's this really amazing like chili dog place down there that has like chili mac and chili dogs and just all kinds of yummy stuff. So that's what we're gonna have for our dinner when we're all done down there. And then we're gonna come home and get ready to go to bed probably because it'll probably be a little bit late. And I'm gonna attempt to go to church with Mom in the morning. Church is at 9:30, so there really shouldn't be any reason why I can't get up and go. So I'm thinking about going to church, and then we already had our grocery pickup order taken care of today. So Shane picked up groceries, so we don't have to worry about that. And then I can get a little bit of housework done, and maybe, just maybe, I can squeeze in a video, but I'm not really sure. It gets a little crazy for me sometimes when I have a lot going on the weekend. So I'm not going to make any promises that I'll get an extra one made, but I will do my best. Sorry for the reach, guys. I just almost lost a bead. Well, I'll come back for it. It's a little silver one. I won't miss it too much, I don't think. All right. So now we are going to just try to fill in some of these spaces, okay? And it's, like I said, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be just however I want to have it done. So I'm just going to kind of like crisscross it over and just bead over top of my beads. This section is a little more, I guess, like willy-nilly than the other one, because you're just trying to fill in any kind of like little gaps or spaces that you made that you didn't like. And that's really it. And like I said, you can move all these beads around a little bit. You can play around with it once you get it on there and just kind of bend the wire where you need it to go. So this is just kind of like just at least feeding it on there. So we're close. And now we're gonna put some more beads on because we still need to go about halfway. I'm gonna do this. Did I already use I already used that flower. So let's do a couple of these little ones here. Let's do a dragonfly. And then a couple more of these little ones. And this big guy. One of these. And just feed that down. And then let's maybe do one of these. Let's do a silver between these two. And then let's do a iridescent pinkish one and a pearl. Nope, let's do a blue. I only have a couple pearls left, so I want to get those on here and in like some strategic places. All right. Do this one. Another one of these. And now let's do a pearl. Doing these big blue ones. Let's do a little seed bead action here with a little silver spacer in between. And another little seed bead. And let's do our sunflower. This is also a good way to use some of the shape spacers that you haven't really used. Like I bought like shaped spacers and then I'm like sat on them like, oh, what am I going to use it for? Oh, this one doesn't have a hole. Okay, so we're going to skip that little guy, and that's okay. We're just going to finish up with beads. Maybe I'll put another little dragonfly on. That should work. Let's just do another little dragonfly. All right, and then this one. then let's do this pearl, and then let's see where we're at. I want to undo some of this and get a little bit closer together. There we go. And that's the nice thing about it too, is you can kind of undo it and do it back up, and you know, just kind of play around with it to see if you get it where you want it to be. Oh yeah, this is going to turn out really cute. All right, so we're getting much closer again. We have probably just a few more beads left to go. All right, I'm gonna string these last few beads on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I got the rest of my beads strung on, and now we're gonna go ahead and wrap it. And we just need to wrap it a few times. And the wire will stay. You don't have to worry about that. It's not gonna go anywhere. Cut off what we don't need. Squish down any sharp parts. Okay, so this is what we have. And now you can tell this one is a lot fuller than this one. This one I used a lot of heavier gemstones, and where these were glass and a lot more smaller ones. So this one is gonna be a little more condensed, but they're both beautiful. So you can see no matter what you do, either one is gonna be just gorgeous. All right, so let's clean this up real quick so we have our workspace. Just need our workspace. All right. I'm trying to stay organized, you guys. I'm trying my best. So bear with me a second while I do this. Trying my best. All right, so we can just kind of clean up together real quick. It won't take me long. All right, and the last four, there we go. Okay, so those are all done. Now we have our bracelet. We have our little piece of chain with some jump rings on it. We might just use those jump rings, maybe, we'll see. All right, so that's what we have. Putting my wire away because I will use this little chunk of wire for something later. All right, so let's take this one off, and then we can see where we're at. Just untie it real quick and get that off. Should have been prepared for that. Okay, so now let's see where we're at. So this is how it fits. It's gonna fit more like a bangle. And notice how it doesn't close up very well. So you're gonna need your chain, right? And we're gonna probably use this whole piece of chain, except for maybe 2 links. I wonder if I doubled the chain up. No, I don't think that would, well, it might. All right, so what we're, still wearing it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna double this chain up. Let's see how this ends up working out for us. Let me undo this jump ring. Find the opening. Where's the opening? Boy, this is a good jump ring. Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow. And yeah, those are really good jump rings. All right, so I can't quite double it, but let me see. If we did, and then if we just removed 1 link, or maybe if we linked it onto there, no, that'd be silly. We can't do that. Okay. Talking to myself. Let's remove that 1 link. I think I want a smaller jump ring for this end here. Let's grab one of these little guys, just so it kind of blends in. where the other jump rings can be big because those links are big. Here we go. And there. So let's grab this jump ring and let's hook it onto these 2 links to double that chain. And now with this chain being here, you can do cute little things like hang some dangles from it if you like, or you can just leave it just as is. Totally up to you. Now let's see, this will let us know if I did this right, if I can put it on. Let's see. Oh yeah, it should be fine. Problem is I took you guys' advice and I bought one of those bracelet helpers and I used it and I put it somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it. And I put it somewhere where I'm like, now I know where it is all the time. All right, so it's gonna fit like a bangle and there is some movement here, as you can see. It moves around, but it's not gonna fall off your wrist. So there is our cute little bangle bracelet. I think it's really pretty. It's a big statement piece. It's chunky, it's fun. This one looks very summery and really pretty. I could shorten it by a link or maybe make this jump ring smaller. However, I don't want to because I do like it fit a little looser. Like I said before, a lot of times I'll wear my bracelet on this wrist up above my watch just so it doesn't interfere with my job, because when I type or whatever, it kind of bothers me. All right, so there is our really fun bangle bracelet that we made. And like I said, they are totally different from the other one. It really depends on what you want to do with it and how many times around you want to go with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new today. Check out SilverSilk More for the pipe chain. I will definitely leave a link below in the notes so you can click on that link and check it out. If you haven't shopped with them before, please make sure you sign up to get email alerts and newsletters, because he does sneak in coupons every now and then. And I think most of the time when you sign up for a new company, they usually send you like a welcome coupon. So definitely great. I am still learning how to use a lot of the pieces. I just ended up getting some more pieces. I ordered some stuff I haven't used before during his one sale during Memorial Day weekend. So I'm going to break those out eventually, and we're going to use some of those too. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Much love to you all. Stay safe, have fun. If you go out in the sun this weekend, put sunscreen on, protect your skin. Love you guys. Bye.